Episode 194 of the Lovin' Lebanon podcast features a special treat. Two area high school seniors who are also City of Lebanon interns sit down to chat about their respective experiences so far. Zaria Smith from Western Boone and Lauren Argotte from Lebanon each share their favorite memories from the first semester of their senior years. Hear their favorite stories so far and what they have planned after high school. Episode 194 of the Lovin' Lebanon podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Lovin' Lebanon podcast, highlighting all the great things happening in Lebanon, Indiana. Have an idea for an episode? Send an email to lovinlebanon@lebanon.in.gov.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 194 of the Lovin' Lebanon podcast. I'm Joe LePage. I'm the City of Lebanon Communications and Community Development Director. We've got two special guests who aren't nervous at all about being here on the podcast. We've got Zaria Smith. She is a senior at Western Boone High School, intern here in our department. Zaria, Z, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Great job on the mic. And we've got Lauren Argotte. She is a senior at Lebanon High School. She's hosted a couple of these. Lauren, hello. Thanks for being here. And you said it. This is kind of different being on the answer part of the Q&A.
It's like the turn of tables. Gosh.
So we'll need a laugh track, everybody. We're going to have some fun on this episode of the podcast. But both of you guys are interning in our communications department. And if we can start, and Z, we'll start with you. How did this whole thing start where being able to be an intern in this field, kind of the marketing field, how did this whole thing happen?
Well, so Foxworthy, he's my vocational teacher. Mm-hmm. So he just asked us what we wanted to do. And I told him that I wanted to do, be with, law enforcement or, firefighting and stuff. So he just found somebody that could get me in there and all that stuff. So
yeah, and to take it from my standpoint with that, Justin Knox, who's on our Lebanon Police Department, is friends with and knows Matt Foxworthy. And so Fox, as you mentioned, reached out to Justin and said, hey, I got this young lady, I've got this student that wants to know more about law enforcement. Noxie kind of connected me with Fox, and we were able to then chat further and hook some things up here. Thoughts so far with the internship and being able to, you've taken some still pictures, and everybody will share some of Zara's work on the Facebook page, and also you'll see some of it as we go along through the end of the first semester and also the second semester. She's a Western Boone senior. How's it gone so far?
I like it. I like it a lot. I like to experience new things, get to do new things that I didn't think I would be able to get to do. So it's fun. And I like to get to learn new things about the cameras and lighting and all that stuff. So I like it so far.
And chances are, everybody, if you're from Boone County or you've been to a sporting event, things like that, there's something called WBTV, Western Boone TV. WeBo does a great job of getting you students, you young people involved, kind of behind the scenes type stuff. A really cool program that not a lot of schools are able to implement. I know it wasn't available to me growing up in Carroll County, but here in Boone County, in Western Boone, you guys are able to have that. It's got to be pretty cool to be able to have access to that stuff and somebody like Matt Foxworthy that can make it all work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Lauren, kind of from your perspective, so we'd kind of recap what the path that she went down to become an intern here with the city. The city works with and in the past has worked real closely with the school on the internship program. And so Mrs. Dennis now places people, and it's so many young people, so many kiddos. How did this whole process for you work to get you here where you're sitting right now?
So this whole thing started, so I'm actually an FA member at Lebanon FA, and I'm very involved in different contests and stuff, and so I competed in the Ag Communications contest just for the fun of it, and I absolutely fell in love. And so then as I continued to go throughout my high school career, I was like, wow, that's something I really, really want to do. And so then when I could have the chance to partake in the work-based learning program we have at Lebanon, I knew I was going to do it. And I wanted to be with someone that I could learn and grow with. And Lebanon, the city of Lebanon, is the perfect spot for that. And so what happens is Miss Dennis takes you in an interview, and she learns a little bit more about you and then what your goals are. From there, she'll assign you to a work spot, and then you'll be able to go through it there throughout the year. Unfortunately, we don't come here every day, but if we could, I definitely would.
Right. You're bettering us up. It's okay. You can. But and from that perspective, what were you hoping to get from this internship? Because you mentioned you got bit by the marketing bug, especially in ag. And if you know Lauren, everybody, she is 100% all in on agriculture and a number of different fields within that field. And so it's exciting to see your growth and your passion for that as well.
Yeah, so when I competed in ag communications, there was a lot of like using Canva, which is a digital platform, and then I was also somewhat of taking photos and just thinking of ideas. But then coming here, I've been able to work with different videos. I've been able to host podcasts and then like photography. It's just an amazing like growth experience.
Yeah, and if we get back to you, Z, and you are wanting more so the public safety and wanting to be able to possibly get into law enforcement and that type of thing. What is the reasoning behind that? How did that all come about when you decided when I grow up, I want to be a police officer or some other form of keeping others safe and taking care of others?
Well, I always like helping people, and I really like the adrenaline rush, and obviously that's the perfect job. so I don't know. I just think it would be a cool job, and I also really like watching Cops. I watch it every night, so it kind of like intrigues me. So
the song Bad Boys, you have that as your soundtrack?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everybody, we're chatting with Zaria Smith and Lauren Argotte. They are both seniors, one at Western Boone, that's where Z goes to school, and Lauren goes to school here in Lebanon. Both interns for the City of Lebanon here on episode 194 of our podcast. And if we can talk latest and greatest, some adventures you guys have been on, folks will be able to see here in the not too distant future, and probably by the time this podcast airs. You guys went to Dulles and got to check that out. How was it being kind of the chance to get off campus and being able to kind of get some up close and personal videos and pictures and different things like that? How is it getting off campus and out of the city and being able to capture some things, Lauren?
It's been really amazing. So throughout my time at the internship, I've been able to go to a couple different farms and different like offsite shoots, and it really helps me grow and like try to find an eye for the camera. Like, what here can I tell, and how can I story tell that? And so that's something we even worked on from like day one, and it's really been like amazing to just be able to go out there and shoot it and work with various people that we meet. For instance, at Dulles, we went to the wreath barn and we were able to see the ladies that make the beautiful wreaths, and that was so fun to interact with them and then also like capture the amazing work that they do.
And also, it was one of those things that, as you're in agriculture, this was kind of your jam, being able to see the agritourism and being able to be from the area and see how the Dull family has done an amazing job of making Dulles an even more of a destination over the years. Was it kind of cool to see from an agritourism perspective? Now you've gotten up close and personal with cows, and we went to fields and things like that. This was a different kind of look at ag. How was that?
That was really, really cool too. So actually, we worked with Dulles Tree Farm on an ag marketing project that we did last year, and it was so fun. Like, we had all the business side, we had the money and the finance, but then being able to go there and just like see all the ag like come to life, and it helps people that might not be in the ag industry learn about agriculture, which is a great part and a part of the reason that I love agritourism as well.
Your favorite thing about being there, was it going down the slide in the barn?
It was so fast. I loved the slide, but I also loved to see the animals there. That was also a highlight too.
Lauren is big on the animals, and you captured a great shot, a great picture, and I hope you share it on social media, the llama that looked right at you. And
yes.
You're gonna take my picture? Here you go, my best side. There you go, right there. And sometimes everybody just kind of behind the scenes, sometimes it aligns where, like today, when we're recording, we've got Z and we've got LA here on the same day, but a lot of times it rotates and it's different. And so Lauren and I have been able to go on her specific days and make it more ag, whereas when Lauren's here, it's more so public safety. But you actually got, Z, the chance to have a field trip and be able to spend some time with our fire department. So you went with us to Dulles, got some great shots as well, but you also got to get up close and personal and spent some serious time with LFD and some other fellow gals that are in that realm of public safety. How did that go? Because the pictures we shared, you jumped right in, and it looked like you were having it was tough, but it looked like you're having a great time too.
Yeah, it went really well. I really enjoyed it. The flashover chamber, that was really cool. Like, it looked like I was like, in the oven, and it was really cool. Something to experience. I never thought I would be able to do that, so it was really cool. And then when we did the search and rescue, when I went in there, it was was very confusing because I couldn't see anything. So, but we had to pull out a 160-pound dummy. Whew. It was tough. It was tough. I was definitely like dying. I was like, oh my God. So, but we had to go back in there and see if there was any more, dummies in there. Didn't see any, and I got to put out a fire. That was pretty cool.
And they let you get in all the gear, and you're actually wearing like you're a firefighter.
Yeah.
And that had to be pretty cool too. Is that the first time that's ever happened?
Well, my friend, he wants to be a firefighter, so he went through the vocational stuff, and he got to take home gear, and I got to try it, and like in front of his house, and so it was pretty cool. But that was my first time actually like using it and like breathing in the air and stuff. It was cool.
That's kind of tough though. You gotta have to kind of rely on the tank that's on your back and being able to trust it to be able to give you some O2 when you're in a tight spot.
There was this one time when he was lighting the fire. When he lights the fire, you're supposed to put on the mask or like the one thing, and I put it on, but like when I took my breath, no air came in, so I started like panicking. I was like, oh no, like I can't breathe. So, but one rule he told us not to do was like never take off your mask. So I didn't take off my mask, but I was like kind of like clutching my chin a little bit, trying to get some air through. And I called one of the other firefighters, and my air tank wasn't turned on all the way. So he fixed that, and then I was good from there. So,
but a little bit nerve wracking.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh geez, I got no air coming out of this.
Yeah, it's kind of like the fire flight thing kicked in. So.
And it was kind of cool that it all worked out. Chief Batts was the one that kind of orchestrated it, but you were able to hang out with another female firefighter, Katie Polican, who's been on our podcast before. How cool was it to be able to hang out with another gal that's in public safety and kind of wired the same almost? You guys were kind of hanging out, and you got to spend more or less the day with the firefighters and being able to work out with them after doing all the stuff in the H box and the training tower and the flashover chamber. How was that a unique experience as well?
Oh yeah, it was fun. I got to, I said, work out with him. Oh, they can bench a lot. Oh my goodness, they can bench a lot. I was surprised, but I mean, I don't really work out, so I was kind of like lifting a little bit easy, but oh man, they were just going at it. Just a lot of weight.
I got to tell you though, you don't work out a lot, you said, but Chief Batts came in and he called you a beast.
Oh, yeah.
He said you're a beast. So just FYI. So I don't know if that nickname will stick. But we talk about favorite things you guys have done so far. It's hanging out with the fire department, and we have some plans for you to hang out with PD as well, because that's where you're wired and you want your focus to be.
Yeah.
Has that kind of been your favorite thing so far?
Yeah, so far,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Right on.
Yeah.
Lauren, for you, your favorite thing?
Ooh, this one's hard because each thing I've been able to go to throughout this internship has truly been like a different experience, and it's been like, so I actually went to Carly Adams. I think you might have met her at the fire station, and I went and saw her do her internship, and that was really cool. But then I've also gone to Dole's, which like I love Christmas and I love ag, so it was a perfect mix. And then I've also been able to go just to so many different places, and it's just been such an adventure. I don't know if I can pick a favorite.
And you were geeking out too, and I think you really enjoyed hanging out with the Everetts as well.
Oh,
Doug
yes,
was such a great host, and being able to hang out with him, but hopefully creating some experiences. We're wrapping up semester 1 for you guys. Do you feel like semester 2 you're going to keep on this internship, or are you going to switch up some things, talking to Matt doing something else, or talking to Miss Dennison doing something else? Or are we going to see where this rabbit hole goes with in the city? Not to put you on the spot or have you be worried about your answer or anything, but you guys both in for semester 2?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in. I'm super excited. I'm already so unfortunately I don't get to come here over like winter break. Like my time here ends for this semester in just a couple weeks, and so that's really unfortunate. I always look forward to coming here, and so I'm excited, second semester to be back already.
Okay. Z, what do you think?
I almost stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Now, after the internship's over and you guys are going to start semester number 2, and everybody, we're talking with Zaria Smith and also Lauren Argotte here on episode 194 of our Love in Lebanon podcast. A couple great young people from both Western Boone and Lebanon high schools, and just with bright futures, both of them. And it's been awesome to be able to get a chance to work with you guys a couple days during the week. After the second semester's over and you turn that tassel at Western Boone or at Lebanon, what are you thinking for after that? What do you want to be when you grow up? That type of thing. What do you think, Z?
All right, so Obviously, I want to be a police officer, but I have to wait 4 years to go into the academy and all that stuff to be 21. So in that meantime, I want to do something with photography maybe, or like work at like somewhere here with the police department, something that I can work at. So yeah, just gotta wait 4 years.
We might have to hire you here with the city to take some pictures. Well, that was one of the things, to be honest, and don't want to brag on you too much. Don't want you to get too overconfident, you know. But, you know, one of the things that Matt Foxworthy said was that, you know, you love taking pictures and you've got a really good eye and you're talented and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, okay. But then looking at what you had to work with and kind of your resume, your portfolio, impressive. As you're getting into it. And I can't wait to see where that rabbit hole goes and how you might be able to use your gift and your ability to take still pictures, especially in law enforcement, being able to tout the great work that all folks that wear the badge be able to do to serve and protect and to really keep us safe on a daily basis. So I can't wait to see kind of where that takes you. And Lauren, you've kind of mentioned you're rocking the Purdue sweatshirt today as we're recording this episode. I think I know where you might want to go to school if you continue down this ag field. They're kind of known for agriculture and that.
Oh, you know, maybe. So my journey, I really hope, something I'm really looking forward to doing possibly is running for FA state office. And so I would take interviews, would happen in June, and then I would find out if I'm on the team or not in late June as well. But after that, whether I get it or not, I really hope to attend Purdue University and study agriculture communications and ag business with a concentration in marketing. This internship, my involvement with FA, and then the supporters I just have in my corner have truly helped me find this path and find my passion.
And everybody, you can hear some of the podcast episodes that Lauren has hosted. I've been a fly on the wall in the room, kind of working the audio stuff, but you did the pre-interview, you asked the questions, you got everything laid out. You're able to talk to all your ag professors who you're really close with, and it seems like they're giving you good direction right on the path you're on. It feels like you're well on your way.
Yes,
and they're kind of fans. Is that your support staff, some of them?
Yeah, I truly wouldn't be where I am today without them. They're always just cheering me on, and we have a very close bond, so I'm very grateful for that.
And you can listen to that podcast episode, guys, where you're getting this episode, whether it's on iTunes or Google Play. You can hear Lauren talk to the cast of Newsies as well, some of her fellow seniors who are also in the agriculture and FFA fields too. So be able to check that out on our podcast. So last thing, ladies, as we get ready to land the plane here, second semester of your senior year. So it'll be the second semester of your final year of high school. What are you hoping happens? Is there one thing you're like, before I graduate, this is my goal? Make a ton of friends, have fun experiences. What do you got? Not to put you on the spot too bad. Either one of you got an answer? You're both looking at each other and looking at me like maybe I don't. And if it's a bad question, then we can close this thing out. But
Well, I definitely want to make the most of it and get as much memories as I can with my friends before they split off and do their own thing. So just want to get those memories and all that stuff before, we're split up.
yeah. But before there comes a fork in the road and you guys go different paths and all
some
that.
are going to the military, some are going to college. So never know when you're going to see them. So make the most of it while you can. So
That's great advice. Lauren?
I love that. And kind of along the same path, I'm really excited just get close with all my friends, make sure we make the most of it. I have a couple friends going out of state, so that's going to be really hard, from literally living in my neighborhood to living 8 hours away. It's going to be such a challenge. But then I'm also really looking forward to just finishing out my FFA year as much as possible, competing in contests, and then just making memories with my team.
Excellent. Guys, thanks so much for being here, not only on the podcast, but being great interns. You guys are really good ambassadors for both of your schools and both have just amazingly bright futures and you know what you want to be when you grow up, which is great because some of us don't when we get to our senior years of high schools. But appreciate you being here. Thanks for being interns and being willing to stick around second semester too.
Of course.
Right.
Thank you for this opportunity.
You guys are both pretty cool. And I think you guys listening to the episode will feel the same way. But we appreciate you listening to episode 194 of this Love and Lebanon podcast. More episodes coming your way, and I've challenged both of them to host more episodes. Maybe get Z on the other side of the mic. We'll see how that goes. But stay tuned for those episodes and more. Take care, everyone.